Hello there, welcome back to profneel. It's a pleasure having you here. The greatest Indian all-rounder, not Kapil Dev. June 25th, 1983, Kapil Dev was there on the balcony of Lords with the World Cup, the first time India had ever won a World Cup. A great all-rounder leading the side as a role model by example and captaining the side also. A great moment for Indians that day, but probably he was not the greatest all-rounder India has produced. Another probably the greatest all-rounder that India had showcased his skills and art at the same ground between June 19th to June 24th in 1952. That's about 3 decades earlier. A great Indian all-rounder, his middle name being Himmat Lal, and he was courage and endurance personified. And I mean, not surprising. Himmat Lal and that test match at Lords has been named in his honor. He's got a motor dismissal in his honor, which is now technically referred to as run out. This is a tribute to him. At the test match at Lords, India, despite losing 8 wickets, this test match is still termed as Mankad's test. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Mulwantrai Himmat Lal Mankad, a player not selected for that 1950 tour, the original tour party, but then called for Lord's test because India had lost the first test at Leeds, and with the English press also pressing the point that if Mankad would have been there, it would have been good. It would have been good in tandem with Ghulam Ahmed, the other spinner, and Mankad's presence would have would have seen India put up a better performance. So, a call was made to Mankad, who incidentally was in England, playing in the Lancashire League cricket, and that was a league conflict with the board. They did not like him playing in the Lancashire cricket board, the Lancashire cricket county cricket, Lancashire League. Some problems there. So the board now cut their nose to having cut their nose to spite the face. I mean, hectic parleys between the board and the Lancashire League club to release Mankad in time for the Lord's Test after the defeat at Leeds. So Mankad was present. So Mankad was there at Lords. There he was, and the first innings he scored 72, putting on 106 runs partnership with Pankaj Roy, the other opener. A total of 235 runs, out of which he scored 72. The next best score was 69. None of the other batsmen reached 20 also. In the first innings, he bowled 73 overs out of India's 200 overs. That's a huge workload. And it took 5 wickets for 96, for 196 196 runs. And don't forget, he had to bowl and immediately go to bat because he was opener. He didn't get a rest in between. So that speaks of his endurance and his stamina. In the second innings against England, he top scored with 184. The centuries that denied to him in the first innings, he made up in the second innings with a 184. So that made him the first centurion, an Indian centurion at Lords. He would have been on the field for all the 5 days of the test match. And the second innings, when England batted, he bowled 24 overs out of the 50 overs that India bowled. Amazing, isn't this man? A century and a century itself at Lords was enough to get him a name on the board of honors at Lords. Not many people get that honor. But here he's one of those rare cricketers who got a name on the board for scoring a century and for taking 5 wickets, a 5-4 in the same test. His analysis in the first innings 73, 24, 106, and for 5. Super analysis. The man who created records. In 1956 at Madras, he and opener Pankaj Roy put on 413 runs for the opening stand. Roy putting on 173 and Vinoomankad scoring 231. The stand was not broken for 52 years. Vinu was the first Indian to score 1,000 runs and scalp 100 test wickets in 23 matches only. He would have got more wickets if the Indians were not the fumbling catch taking fielders they were then. He would have got Len Hadden out cheaply in the test at Lords, but for Madhav Mantri behind the wickets, fumbling an easy chance. Himmat Lal, an apt name for him because he didn't bother with those chances. He just kept going on and on like Old Man River. His 231 in 1956 at Madras remained the highest score by an Indian in a test match till 1983, when at Chepauk itself, Sunil Gavaskar broke his record by scoring 236 in the series where he overhauled Don Bradman's century, the total of 30 centuries in Test cricket. Embrace the twist to enjoy the turn. Thank you.